It's been almost 4 years since I started on Medium, and in this video I wanted to put together this kind of a complete guide that I wish I could send back in time to when I was starting on the platform. I have used the strategies that I'm about to show you in this video to write this story that has gotten almost 400,000 views and which is one of the most read stories on the entire Medium platform during 2024. And I also consistently reach up to 200,000 monthly views to my stories. So this is the video on how I would start to write on Medium right now if I had to start all over again. So getting started on Medium is super simple and intuitive. You just need to head over to their website and sign up. And by the way, the first thing you want to do is make sure that your profile looks professional, or at least that it looks like you or represents you the way you want to express yourself. So what I recommend doing is using your own name, using your own profile picture, and writing a short bio. And you don't have to overthink this, just spend like a couple of minutes on it and then move on. Then the next thing you want to do is you want to write your first blog post. And by the way, these are called stories on Medium. I recommend writing a short about me page or about me blog post to your Medium blog. And basically, this is also a step you don't have to overthink. Just literally describe yourself and why you decided to join on the platform. Be honest, you shouldn't try to act or behave differently than what you would do. So just let the audience know why they should follow you. And by the way, if you don't know what you want to write about on the platform, just let the audience know. You can refine the About Me page or the About Your Blog page later on. And the same goes with the bio as well. So you don't need to know what you're going to write about. This is not like a make or break thing. Now, here's where it gets interesting. So as a Medium writer, you can earn on the platform. And I have made, from the Medium partner program alone, I have made up to $2,000 per month. And I have also made over $10,000 at my best months outside of the partner program from my Medium stories. And I will show you these strategies in this video as well. But for now, it's important to know how the Medium partner program monetization works. So the Medium partner program monetization works in such a way that if you write a story on Medium and if you publish it, and if these paying Medium members read your story, you will earn a portion of their monthly Medium subscription fee. And this is calculated basically based on how much time this Medium member that is reading your story reads your story versus all these other stories. So if we, for example, keep somebody on your pages for like an hour and they spend 10 hours in total on the platform, you will earn like 10% of whatever the fraction is that Medium is sharing with the publishers. And by the way, it is not about reading times anymore, so it's all about engagement. So if you just get reads, that might not be enough. You also need to get some likes, or these are called claps on Medium, and you also need to have some comments in your posts, just to show that your stories are actually worth reading and people enjoy them. So this is what makes the difference and moves the needle when it comes to earning on the platform. And to get accepted into the Medium partner program, you need a couple of requirements. So the first thing you need to do is you need to have a Medium account. Well, that's something you probably already set up. But then you also need to have at least one story published on your Medium profile, and you also need to be in one of the eligible countries. And most importantly, you need to be a paying Medium member. And by the way, I think that costs about $5 per month. And here's a funny little challenge for you, which is something that I did when I started. So when I realized that, okay, I have to pay on the platform to be able to earn from it, I wanted to set a goal that during the first month, I will earn more than I paid to join the platform. So for example, it is $5. I think I made something like $15 or $20 or something like that. And during the first month. So I was able to earn my membership fee back from Medium. But then And this is something that I would kind of like to make a separate video about, but I thought that I would bring it up because this is such a huge earning factor on Medium as well. So if you're not in an eligible country, you can still earn from Medium stories by doing what's called affiliate marketing. And I'm not going to dive deeper into the depths of the affiliate marketing thing, but I have left a link to a free course in the description that I am hosting, that is a 5-day free email course where I teach both of these Medium earning strategies. But if you're not in an eligible country, you can start doing affiliate marketing on the platform as soon as you join. And here's a funny little fact. I earn most of my income through affiliate marketing on Medium. So in fact, I'm not even earning that much from the partner program because I'm earning with the affiliate marketing strategy. So there are kind of like two lanes on Medium. So there is this Medium partner program lane where you can earn your stories when they go viral on Medium and when Medium members find them. And then you can do affiliate marketing, which is another lane where your stories basically rank on Google and target people that are close to buying something. And just to give you some kind of an idea of what you can earn on Medium, I have my best story on Medium that has been earning from the Medium partner program that has earned about $1,200 and it has about 300,000 views. And I have a bunch of stories that have made over $100 and some of them make even like close to $1,000. And then when it comes to affiliate marketing, which is an entirely different strategy as I said, there I have actually earned up to $10,000 per blog post. So that is an epic strategy right there. But okay, now that you understand roughly how the monetization works on Medium, then it's important to understand how to get reads to your stories because that is a key metric that drives the income. So when you start on Medium, you only have 0 followers. And that is very intimidating because at least I thought that I would need like tens of thousands or even hundreds of thousands of followers to consistently get like tens of thousands of reads and to make a couple of $100 per story. But you don't need any followers if you want to see success on Medium. In fact, I had my first nearly $1,000 story when I only had like a couple of hundred followers. But let's start with the smallest audience group on Medium, at least for most of us. So that is obviously your followers. So whenever you publish a story, it will get pushed to your followers. So when they are scrolling through their feeds, they might see your story and they might click on it and read it. So this is the tiniest audience group for most of the writers on Medium. Then we have Medium publications, and these are kind of like sub-mediums inside of Medium. So these are like smaller spaces, like quote unquote smaller, because these might have like a couple of 100,000 followers or some like 10,000 followers. And these people are interested in some common topics. So for example, they might be interested in business, coding, marketing, writing, and whatnot. And the thing about these publications is that you can publish your stories there. And that is especially useful if you have 0 followers, because these publications might have tens of thousands of followers that are directly interested in your topics. But the thing with these publications is that you need to apply to those. And by the way, you can get started even if you have 0 followers. And I would say that the only hassle with these publications is that you really need to apply in a separate way to every single publication. So sometimes you have a submit or apply button. Sometimes you need to send an email to one of these authors. Sometimes you might have to reach them out via LinkedIn. Sometimes the only hope is that they reach out to you. You might need to fill in a form. You also might need to submit a story while you're applying. So there are like at least 10 different ways. And that's actually one of the biggest hassles and hurdles when it comes to starting on Medium. So the application process to publications is very daunting because it is not consistent. But if you spend a couple of hours on it, that will not be a big issue. That would be something that I recommend you to do right off the bat. So Once you have published just like a couple of stories and you already see what kind of topic you want to write about, just start to apply to these publications. So then once you are in a publication and you submit a story to the publication and they publish it, it is not only going to go to your followers, but it's also going to be pushed out to the followers of the publication. And this is what I saw the best results with when I was starting on the platform. But here are the good news. You actually don't really even need publications to succeed. So Medium has this kind of a recommendation system that all these social platforms have. And the way that it works is that once you publish a story, even if you have 0 followers, your story goes out there, and then the Medium recommendation system comes, it takes your story, it finds the right audience for your story. So it could be soccer, it could be marketing, it could be tennis, it could be arts, science, whatever it is. And Medium will locate the right audience group in their vast ocean of members, and they will push your story there. So for example, if you publish a story right now, Medium takes it, finds the audience, and it might feed it to, let's say, 10 people in that audience segment. And then if nobody reads that through, nobody gives you a like or a comment or a follow, then Medium is probably going to be like, okay, we're not going to push it any further. So they are just going to leave it at that. And then you will only have 10 reads to your story. And by the way, this number is just something that I made up. So it is not something you should quote me on, because that's just like to demonstrate how it works. And then if your story performs well with that initial group of people, then Medium might expand it a bit. So instead of just recommending it to 10 people, it might recommend it to 100 people, and so forth and so on. So that's the process of going viral on Medium. So Medium recommendation system comes and takes your post and finds the right audience to it, and it will push it out to broader and broader audiences until people seem less interested in the eyes of the algorithm. And for example, this year I published a story that got over 300,000 reads, which is quite a lot because I only have 20,000 subscribers. So you can see that, and I didn't publish it on a publication, so you can clearly see that like 90%, 95% of the readers are not my followers. So people just found it through this recommendation system. And this is wonderful news because in theory, you could write your first story and that first story could go viral. So that's just something to keep in mind. So if you have 0 followers, that doesn't really tell anything about the success of your story, because the Medium recommendation system will find the audience to it. So the audience layers inside of Medium goes like this. You have your followers, then you have these publications that usually have a lot of followers, and then you have the Medium recommendation system, which in theory could recommend your story to the entire Medium audience. And that's what happens inside of Medium. But Medium only has like 1 million paying members. So that is not a lot, because if you wanted to get like 100,000 reads to your stories, that would mean that like 10% of the entire population on Medium should read that story. So that's quite a bit. But the good news is that these Medium stories do not only reach out to people inside of Medium, but it actually reaches out, or those reach out to the entire population of the planet, because those also tend to rank on search engine results pages. So that is like the other strategy that you can use on Medium. So you can publish a story, it might do well on Medium, but it might also start to rank on Google when people search for something. And in theory, you could reach out to the entire audience of that particular topic. So for example, if you wrote a story about how to lose weight and it ranked on Google, you might get millions and millions and millions of reads to it outside of Medium. And this is the strategy that is usually what I use with affiliate marketing. So I also might write these Medium stories so that they target these people that are doing Google searches before they buy something. And then I show them something related to that product, whether I recommend it or not, or for example, 5 good alternatives or 10 best products related to their needs. And then I slip in these affiliate links into these blog posts. And then if somebody reads my story, clicks my link, I will earn a small reward, and that happens outside of Medium, although these stories are published on Medium. So these companies that I partner with are something that I have to, or these partnerships are something that I have to tie outside of Medium. It has nothing to do with Medium. And that's the affiliate marketing strategy that I mentioned earlier. So you're not only able to grow on Medium, but you can actually target people outside of Medium, and you can tie these relationships with companies and different kinds of products outside of Medium and leverage the power of Medium to reach out to people that are interested in purchasing these products that these companies offer. So, okay, you have your Medium audience, and then you have the entire world, because your Medium stories also rank on search engines like Google. But what on earth should you write about? Well, here's the thing. Most of the time, you might imagine that as long as you become a good writer, you can write about anything. But that is so far from the truth. I would actually say that 99.9% of the topics are very bad ideas, because people simply don't care. You need to write something that provides value to your audience. So for instance, if I now went ahead and wrote a blog post about today's disc golf round that I took before I came to the office, people would fall asleep, and nobody, and I mean absolutely nobody, would care, even though I have like 20,000 followers. So that's something to keep in mind. So when you write on Medium, you need to meet the demand with your content. So for example, when I said that you might have a story about how to lose weight, that is a good topic because it solves a problem for your audience. Of course, that is also a competitive topic, and you would probably not get any reads for that. So you need to be careful with that as well. So you can't just pick random topics that are in demand, because those might be too competitive. So you need to kind of navigate through this narrow gap where your stories are about topics that people care and that have the potential to go viral and that are not too competitive. And to this end, I usually use like this kind of a virality blueprint strategy. So if I want to get a lot of reads from Medium, and if I want to earn from Medium partner program, I need to maximize my chances of my stories of going viral on Medium. And to do this, I can just basically look around and see what's working right now. So for instance, 1 year, 2 years ago, the AI was a huge thing. So it seemed that almost any kind of an AI related story would get a huge push from the Medium algorithm, because there were these new AI products, and there was a question whether AI would replace us or not, and whatever it was. So it almost seemed like whatever AI your blog post topic was about, you could get a lot of reads to it. And I've used this kind of a virality blueprint strategy when I have written on Medium. So basically, like 3 years ago, when I used this Medium virality strategy the most, I saw that whenever I publish a blog post about coding, where I share programming related tips and tricks, those did super well. So whenever I shared stories about my personal project, some random coding, language, syntax things, and like subtle details like that, that would get absolutely no traction at all. So I would get like 10 or 20 or 30 reads to my stories. But whenever I publish stories about programming languages where I would share these tips and tricks, it always seemed that Medium pushed it to a broad audience, because I only had like a couple of hundred followers, yet my stories got like 10,000, 20,000, even 50,000 reads. So you need to find this kind of a blueprint or template that is working right now. And that requires some research work. And by the way, I'm going to show you that in a way greater detail on the free course. But for now, it's important to understand that you just need to see what's working right now. What kind of a topic has this kind of momentum going on? So what are these topics that other publishers have had success with? So you can search for different topics on Medium, you can search for different publications and people, and you can see their top performing stories. And not like in general, but during like the past couple of months or so. But as I said before, this Medium virality strategy has its drawbacks because, in my opinion, this is a bit too hard to sustain consistently. So let's say that your goal is to make like, let's say $1,000 per month on Medium. That is indeed possible, and I was able to reach that pretty quickly, but that was not consistent because that always meant that I always have to have at least a couple of stories going viral on the platform, which is something you can never guarantee. And it took at least 50 blog posts for me before one of them went viral. So you can only imagine how many stories you need to write if you want to have a couple of them go viral every single month. Of course, if you use this blueprint strategy that I just laid down for you, the foundations of, then you can find success with like a much higher accuracy. But it's still not something you will do every time or every second time, but more like every 10th or every 20th time or something like that. So for me, I quickly realized that, okay, $1,500, $2,000 was the earning ceiling for me. So I couldn't really get past that because when a new story went viral, the older stories went down. And that is an issue. If you're like a serious business person, you don't want to start a business where your earning ceiling is at like $1,000. But this is why we have two lanes where we publish content. So the one is this Medium strategy where you publish for Medium members and Medium readers, and Medium will pay you based on the reading engagement and views and whatnot. But as I mentioned before, we also have this affiliate marketing strategy where the audience is not only Medium, but actually the entire world. So on Medium, you only have like 1 million paying members, which is great for the platform, but it's not great if you want to have a lot of views because that million readers is like kind of the maximum that you can get. So when you write affiliate marketing content, you're not really trying to go viral on Medium, but what you're trying to do instead is you want to target people that are making searches consistently from search engines like Google. So for instance, I just wrote a blog post about these best AI headshot generator tools. And those list these AI products that clone yourself and create professional images that look exactly like you. And I'm currently making like $2,000 or even up to $3,000 from that story every single month passively because people search for that on Google and my story ranks on Google and people find that blog post, they click on one of the links to the products, and if they make a purchase, I will earn a commission, which is about $10 right now. So that is a crazy good strategy. With one story, I earn like $2,000 to $3,000 passively, and it will probably continue to do so at least for the next couple of months, or in the best case scenario, like half a year or even a year. And to do this strategy successfully, you kind of need to flip the switch. So it is entirely different than the Medium virality strategy. So instead of trying to come up with a catchy headline and trying to come up with a story that people are going to share on the internet and something like that, you need to throw that out of the window and you need to instead think about what people are searching for on Google before they make purchases. And then outside of Medium, you need to tie these partnerships, which basically happens these days by just simply applying with a form. So it's very simple these days. But nonetheless, you need to do the work like kind of outside of Medium. So you come up with topics that people search for on Google before they buy something. You find these affiliate programs where you can join to promote products to the audience that is searching for solutions, and then you will earn money whenever people read your stories where you recommend these relevant products to your audience. So it's an entirely different strategy. It has really nothing to do with Medium. You're essentially just using Medium as a platform to help you rank on Google. And this strategy is something I really don't want to talk about more in this one because it would take a really long time for me to cover all the things because it's an entirely different story. But that's why I have left a link to the free course, because there I will teach you that strategy in a way greater detail. And now when it comes to becoming a successful writer on Medium, you need to put in a lot of time in it, just like in any other business. So I see all these tutorials and these guides where people teach strategy with which you can like make a couple of $1,000s with just a week of work or something like that. Let's use common sense here. Let's say that you wanted to start a new sport today. Well, would you expect to make your first, let's say, $10,000 per month next month? Well, probably not. It is going to take years and years and years and years to outgrind and outlast your competitors. And that's pretty much exactly the same in the online business world. So you can't just hop on a platform, you can't just like start dropshipping or affiliate marketing or search engine optimization or going viral on TikTok overnight. You need to do that for years to see great results. And that is like something that I can't emphasize enough. So if there was only one takeaway in this video, it wouldn't be one of the monetization strategies. It wouldn't be how to customize your profile or how to write these blog posts. It would be to not give up too early. If you're not seeing great results even after a year, do not give up, because it's pretty normal. For me, it took at least 50 stories before one of them got over 10,000 reads. And 50 stories is a lot. I think I spent at least a couple of months pretty much full time writing those stories out. So if you have spent 500 hours on your Medium stories and none of them have earned like more than $20, there's nothing to worry about. And now let's tie it all together. So starting on Medium is very simple. Just sign up, create a profile, and you're good to go. If you want to earn from your stories, join the Medium Partner Program and publish at least one story. And then start writing stories strategically about topics that are working right now for other authors, and publish them on a publication to get some initial traction if you don't have any followers. And also don't worry if you don't get accepted to the publications, because the Medium recommendation system will take care of promoting your stories if they are good. And speaking of becoming a good writer, you need a lot of repetition. You need to write tens or even hundreds of stories like I have done to see great results. But don't only rely on Medium, because Medium is, at the end of the day, just a website that you can reach the entire world with. So you can write stories that go viral on Medium, but you can also write stories to target people that are looking for information from search engines to make some affiliate income passively. So instead of having a virality spike where you have a couple of hundred or a couple of thousand reads per day for a brief moment, you can have a story that will make you $1,000 or $2,000 per month for the next year at the best case scenario. So that's it when it comes to starting on Medium. Remember to keep on pushing hard, and remember to check the free course, because there I will teach you everything that I laid down for you on this video in a way greater detail.